Monday, June 12th, 2017, Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. So it's around 8:30 a.m. London time. This is just an early market update from London. It's fairly quiet, I have to say, the markets. I'll start out with gold. We're at 1267.20, up about 60 cents. The range overnight has been 1270 to 1265. Silver is a little weaker, 1715, down about 4 cents. Range has been 1710 to 1726. The Dow is down 30 points, or down 0.15%. The Dow was up about 89 on Friday, despite the fact that the NASDAQ composite was down about almost 2%. And S&P this morning down 4 points or 0.17%. And the NASDAQ 100 this morning is down 30 points or 0.5%. So tech sector continued to get hit this morning in Europe. And that's the futures, by the way. FTSE 100 down 24 points or down 1/3% at 7,500 exactly. British pound, fairly steady, 127.37, down about 4 pips, so not much going on there. Euro as well, up a little bit, 112.14, up 18 pips. Dollar a little weaker against the yen at 110.19. The low has been 110.15 and the high 110.45. Still think it's important to keep an eye on the dollar against the yen for direction in the precious metals. If the dollar drops back below 110, I'd expect to see gold rise. Excuse me. Cryptocurrencies still doing very well, especially Ethereum. Ethereum's at 365 this morning. That's the 24-hour high. Bitcoin 2,918. I think we got near 3,000 yesterday. LITECOIN trading above 31. Steam is at 233. What do I think about the cryptocurrencies? Well, I've made several videos on it. One thing I would say is trying to trade these cryptocurrencies is very difficult. So I just hold them. The only way I would trade them would be if we see a huge correction like we did a couple of weeks ago to the downside. Maybe I'd buy a little extra. But what I'm doing is just trying to earn cryptocurrencies through the videos, and that's what I do. I'm not really going out there and putting other monies into it. And I advise a lot of people, well, I don't advise people, but personally, I think markets, you need to be careful. They never go up or down in a straight line. And I think right now there's just too much, things are too nice, too good for the crypto space. So we could see a correction coming. I'm not saying this is it. This is the end of the bull market in cryptocurrency. I'm just saying, you see videos of people holding, celebrating 3,000 on the Bitcoin with a bottle of champagne and smoking a cigar. You're seeing things like that. It's a bit concerning. I'd be careful. But other than that, of course, the main event this week is going to be the FOMC. It's almost a done deal that they will raise on Wednesday, the FOMC or the Fed. The other important thing to look at is the economic predictions that they make during the press conference, or Janet Yellen. A lot of the people in the markets, the traders, investors, speculators, they look at the previous predictions she made in the previous meeting where they had a press conference, and they try to see if she changes words, and these changes in words or even a comma could set market direction. So that's important as well. And the other thing that I was reading that's important is we've got CPI data from the US, Consumer Price Index, which they consider inflation and I don't. That's out the same day as the FOMC decision. It's out in the morning though in the US, 8:30. FOMC decision is a little later. I think it's at, if I'm not mistaken, around 2 p.m. or 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, core CPI and CPI, if those numbers are a little weaker than expected, core CPI is expected 1.9. That's what the Fed looks at. If that's a little weaker, you know, that's the only way the Fed might not do anything on Wednesday. Let's say it drops to 1.5, which would be huge, and I don't think it will. Then they might not. So it's pretty much baked in, that rate hike. We've also got retail sales on Wednesday in the US. So some important data in the US. In the UK as well, we've got all the RPI, which is the retail price index, and the CPI out tomorrow in the UK. And the Bank of England meeting this month is this Thursday, so the 15th of June. Bank of England is not expected to do anything, so we'll have to see if they make any comments, but I wouldn't expect too much move, by the markets from that. Yeah, so still fairly quiet here, the markets, waiting for, economic data on Wednesday, important CPI data, and the FOMC. Will be interesting to see how the stock markets do today when the US comes in. Friday was an interesting day, the discrepancy between, the major market and the tech stocks. I saw a headline or a story. Someone asked, how could the Dow and the S&P finish unchanged or even up when there was $200 billion sold of tech stocks? It just goes to show how the central banks are still out there, trying to keep asset prices high. And so that's it for now. So just a short update. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, share it far and wide. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do. You get an update when I make my come out with new videos, which is almost every day. Follow me also on Steemit, and I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.